Good morning, good morning. So, how effective is it to set goals? Thought I'd return to one of my favourite subjects. You know, around 8% of people who set goals achieve them, which means a whopping 92% of people fail to meet their goals. So, from that, I guess you could say it's really not that effective to set goals. However, if you look at this from another point of view, those people that are successful, what percentage actually set goals? And that's not something that I have a fixed number for. Actually, what I do know is that people that are successful always talk about the setting goals and about how they ensure they achieve them. And if you look in sports, specifically sports, you look at athletes, you look at gymnasts, swimmers, whoever, they all have goal setting as very much a part of their training regime, setting their goals, looking at what targets they want to meet and how they're going to achieve them. In my life, I run. Not very well, not very fast, not very far, but I run. And what I found is that I'm more consistent when I set myself goals, when I look at what the end result is that I want to achieve from running, which is all around about building up my own fitness and my own stamina and controlling my weight and things like that. And if I set goals around it, then and measure it, then I actually am more motivated to go out and do the running. And when I don't set those goals, then it's easier just to say, no, I don't think I'll go today. I feel too tired. I've had a hard day. I'm not going to go out for a run. It's so easy to do that. So when you look at it in that context, in the context that people that are successful set goals, and that in setting goals, when you actually do it and it's quantifiable and meaningful, then you tend to do what it is that you need to do. And this is the if you like, the correlation here between what creates success in setting goals and setting goals themselves. That is the fact that if you set a goal, then it is more likely, and you focus on that goal, and it's quantifiable, and it's achievable, and it's measurable, then you are more likely to put the time and money and effort in to making it happen, and therefore you're more likely to succeed. But of course, the reason why 92% of people fail is because they don't set effective goals. They don't set goals that are meaningful. They don't set goals with the end in mind. So beginning with the end in mind is, okay, what is it? Hey, Wilslow, what is it we're trying to achieve? Where do we want to get to? What is it that in achieving this goal, what will it mean? What is that end result? And then having understood what that end result is, what are the steps? What are the stages? What is the process in order to get there? And therefore, what are the tasks that I need to accomplish in order to reach those objectives, those targets, and achieve and attain that goal? And that's what the correlation between success and goal setting is all about. People who set goals and stick to them and follow them, they do a number of things that help them in achieving that. So we've already said they look at from the beginning, they look with the end in mind. But they also make sure that their goals are very specific and challenging, so that there is something in them that is going to be, how can we put this, that is going to stimulate them. That's the word I'm looking for. you know, we all like a challenge in life. If there isn't a challenge, then why do we do it? You know, I would go back to my case of going out running. Why do I go out running? Well, there is a challenge in it. There's, you know, I want to get a little bit faster. I want to be able to go a little bit further. And so what I do is on a weekly basis, I go, okay, we're going to do this many runs this week. And by the end of the week, I want to have done at least these are realistic for me: 3.5 mile run, a 4 mile run, and a 4.5 mile or a 5 mile run. And I want to try and get all of those in under 10 minutes a mile, which is realistic for me. So it's realistic, but it's a challenge. That's not easy to achieve for me. For somebody else, somebody else could probably walk it that quick, but they're not me. and so for me, I've set something quite specific, and I've set something that's a challenge. That's something that I can go after. Next week, I'll probably want to bring the time down just a little bit, or maybe stretch the distance a little bit. I want to run 5 days a week out of 7, at least 5 days a week out of 7. And when I do this, it happens. When I don't do it, it doesn't happen. And there are other goals that I put in that you know, that those are the objectives, if you like. The goal is to, as I said, to increase my fitness, to bring my weight down. And so I am constantly measuring what's happening with my body, with my weight. Am I actually getting any fitter, etc., etc. And I can only do that to a limited degree because I don't have all the scientific equipment that's going to measure my VO max and all of that sort of thing. But you know, I can see that I'm bringing weight down. I can see I'm getting faster. I can see that I'm capable and able to run further. And in doing that, in achieving that, that's motivation to do more. They build successful people, go back to successful people for a moment, they build a support system around them. This is most important. Doing it on your own, and my running I actually do on my own, but doing it on your own is isolated. You haven't got anybody that's going to G you up, that's going to egg you on, that's going to encourage you to get to where you want to get to. So building a support system, getting yourself into a group of people, perhaps, or bringing in if you're looking at developing your career, bringing in a career coach, or if you're looking at a business, bringing in a business coach, somebody that can sit with you and work with you to help you, to monitor you and to track those goals with you, and then to encourage you and to help motivate you to actually attain what it is you're looking to attain. This is important. Far more people that put that system around them actually come out with what they want at the end of it. And I go back to successful people. If you look at the world's most successful people like Richard Branson, people like Steve Jobs in his day, people like this, they all have coaches, they all have mentors, they all have the support system around them. One of the people that I follow a great deal, a guy called Graziosi, who is a very successful entrepreneur, who's written best-selling books on personal development, on motivation, on how to develop yourself, etc., etc. You think he knows it all already because he's written books on it, but no, he has a great friend of his, and they support each other. So he works with Tony Robbins, and he puts himself into mastermind groups that are going to help to encourage him and build him up and help him to grow. But that's all part of building an ecosystem of success around yourself. And if you try to do this in an isolated fashion, it's very difficult. If you try to be successful in an isolated fashion, you've got to really be strong-minded. So it's much better if you've got people that can encourage you, people that can work with you. So begin with the end in mind. Build a support system around you. Set specific and challenging goals. 3 key factors. There are other factors that come into this as well, but 3 key factors to building effective goals. So when I said at the start of this, how effective is it to set goals when only 8% of people that actually do that achieve them, then you've got to understand that it's actually in the execution of it and the way that you set them that is going to make it effective to set goals. It's like this. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy if you go, well, it's not effective to set goals because only 8% of people succeed in achieving them. But when you realise that those 8% of the people that achieve these goals are the leaders, are the influencers, are the business gurus. These are the people that make things happen. These are the people that have created the success. These are the people that generate the wealth. These are the people that have built up big companies. These are the people that set effective goals. And we may not want to build a Facebook or a Google or whatever. We may just want to build up our own little bit of a business that is going to be enough for us. But it's still important that we know what it is we want to achieve, and more importantly, we know why we want to achieve it, and that we know what the end result is going to be before we start on it, and that we put a support system around us to make it happen. So I'm James Foster. This is Careers Matter. With this video, I'm going to put a link that will enable you to schedule a 15 to 20 minute career consultation call with me, that we can maybe talk about how you can set effective goals and how you can perhaps build that structure, that support system around you, how we can help you to achieve what you want to achieve. This is James Foster and Careers Matter.